just what is essential for life that is thriving. Go deep.
Do you ever just stop and look at your life and wonder, how did I get here? The days are really beginning to slow down here as autumn approaches. And looking back at last year, I was so full of anxiety and fear stepping into this unknown place. Not to mention extremely sleep deprived with a baby who wouldn't sleep. But sometimes all you need is a little fresh perspective, and maybe a bit of sleep. The Lord was so kind with me and so gentle, guiding me in this new wilderness I found myself in. Sometimes we can think, did I make the wrong decision coming here? But this summer back in America really helped in giving me clarity. I can't help but be amazed at where God has brought us. Getting to live in such a beautiful country, an amazing God-fearing husband, 3 beautiful little girls. The Lord is so good to us, and the grass can often feel greener on the other side. But really, the grass is the greenest in the Lord's pasture, walking with Him wherever He has us. One thing I really love about living here is just that there's a little bit less waste of food. I feel like it's harder to get a lot of things, so I feel like I try to use up whatever I have. And I tend to make a lot more things from scratch. So today I'm actually going to be making a bunch of different things. I have a list here of all the things that I want to make. I want to make some elderberry syrup. I want to make some granola. I'm going to make a batch of broth, homemade broth. I usually make broth at least once a week. And I have some bananas that are going to go bad, so I'm going to make some banana muffins today. You can turn it off? Oh. Turn it on? Oh, good job. I'm going to start with making some elderberry syrup. It's definitely hard to find elderberries, like dried elderberries. I brought a bag with me from the States, and this is about a pound, so it's not going to last me super long, but I have been able to find dried elderberries on their online marketplaces here. It just takes a while to get them in, so it takes about 2 weeks to receive these, and you can see it's kind of a small pack, but you can still find it if you can be patient. But I like to add some other ingredients with mine, I have cinnamon sticks that I will put in, I have fresh cloves that I like to grind up, and I also like to stick in some fresh ginger. I use ginger a lot here. So usually I just use about 1 cup of this and put in about 3 cups of water, or maybe even more, like 4 or 5. And you really want to just boil it down to reduce it and get more of that syrupy consistency. And then after I strain it before it gets cool, I like to add some honey. Honey here is excellent. It is fresh mountain honey, and they have all sorts of different kinds. You can definitely tell the difference in quality from the kind that you get at Walmart in the States. So I'm so grateful to have fresh honey. Okay, so next I'm gonna make some beef broth. I love how easy it is to get bones here. It's actually quite hard to get bones in the States. If you ask for it at Walmart, they do not have bones. I've tried. H-E-B sometimes has neck bones, but if you go to your Sprouts or Whole Foods and you buy a bag of bones, I remember they were anywhere from $10 or more for beef bones. So it's very inexpensive to get a bunch of beef bones here, and you can keep them frozen, and they probably cost $3. So I'm gonna use this whole bag here, and I like to save all of my veggie scraps and just put them in the freezer. So when I peel carrots or cut onions or garlic or whatever vegetables, I just keep them in a Ziploc bag in my freezer, and then whenever I go to make broth, I will throw that in with my bones. Alright, so we are off this morning to our little homeschool co-op. Oh, a kitty! And it is my first time driving again since being back. There's a little black kitty in the road. But we need to run to the grocery store first because we have a few things this week that I need to prep for. But traffic is crazy here in Bishkek right now. So I'm gonna attempt to do 2 tasks, which is a high type of quest, I feel like here. Usually you like plan for one thing, but I'm gonna try to do both and we'll see what happens. I will say that driving gives you a ton of freedom here. We went like the first whole year without having a car and just taking taxis around. And it made it feel a lot harder to do things and get things done because I mean, if you take a taxi to get groceries, you gotta put all your groceries in the taxi and all that. So, I'm really grateful to have a vehicle. Okay, we did it! We got our groceries. Woohoo! Yay! Success! Okay, now we are headed to the park, which is like not that far, but it's gonna take like at least 10 minutes just because of traffic here. It's always nice when things work out here. Ah, hi! Getting here on time. It's a beautiful day too. Happy Sunday, y'all. We have a really fun day planned today. Usually we head to church this morning, but we actually are gonna go see the house that Brad grew up in here, which I have not seen yet. So he's seen it since he's been back, but I have yet to see it. So we're gonna go do that first. And then we're gonna head to the mountains to do a little picnic because the weather has been beautiful and we're gonna soak it up. So I'm just making some breakfast, packing a lunch. I made some hummus yesterday with some veggies. And we're gonna take some meats and cheeses and that and do a little picnic lunch in the mountains today.
I'm over this when we get locked out through the gap. Put up this hoop. This is where we were first dunking. I used to tell Kelvin that that I got him into basketball because this hoop I would play out here and me and him would mess around, but I don't know if that's true. I remember this wheelbarrow. Wow, everything's so gross and so raw. Oh, there. So that's our bedroom window.
Really?
We used to sneak out on this.
Look out at this tree. It's a nice tree. Sailor, this was your daddy's room.
Basketball hoops, like every few years they'd put a hoop on and a net. They'd be like, there's basketball hoops, and then in a week they'd all be gone. Somebody would just unbolt them and steal them. Many times. This is probably also what trained me for rock climbing. We'd go around this building on the brick wall, fill the hole. And so we would yeah, this was just a brush field. It was dry. We were playing around with fireworks. It started on fire and we because it was spreading to the field.
Off to the mountain.
Oh my goodness.
So precarious.
Do you see out that hole?
There's a verse in Proverbs that says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." It's okay to question where we're at in life sometimes. Questioning is not wrong, but it's where we turn to with our questions. I feel like I've had the most questions in this season of life. Questions about how good of a mother I've been, questions about whether or not coming here was the right decision, and just questions about what's next. The older I get, the more questions I have. But without these questions, will we ever really recognize our need for growth or our need for God in these questions? But this verse reminds me that if we are seeking God with our whole heart and not leaning on our own understanding, that he will keep us on the path. When it's hard, when we're unsure of ourselves, when we don't know how to move forward, we can take the next right step in faith, knowing that the Lord goes before us and we're safe in his everlasting arms. Haven's picked up the camera.